Well, hello, Kingston. We are back. If you can't tell, to Napoleon Total War 3. Sorry, it's been a bit. I had a lot going on this weekend, guys. Wedding, which I'm a part of. Oh, I'm not getting married. Someone else, family member, is getting married. So I am sorry if I wasn't streaming. And next week's going to be about the same because the wedding's next week. So, but we are back. And this week we will be doing some more battles. Some epic fights, and today is no other than an epic fight which is on Aspern and Essling. So this is 4 French armies. You have Messena in, of course, Essling. You have Davout advancing in the center along with the Imperial Gaurd in the back, and of course you have Lannes in the back, although it looks like he is already in contact with a Austrian army. See, I got it, not HRE, Austrian. They're advancing in, looks like with some line infantry. So the fight is going to be raging in this area where, too bad the Imperial Guard wasn't here. They have great melee, although it looks like Lannes is bringing quite the array of grenadiers line. Several of them, it looks like, maybe. I saw 2 so far. Cavalry is advancing, so they're going to be defending the town, which Austria, like I said, has already taken half of it. So Lannes is going to have his work cut out for him. France may have to reinforce. Over here, already you can see that Messena is being attacked from several directions by the Austrians. My goodness, like, talk about a lot of Austrians. They have some hussars that we're trying to scout out here. He is setting up some of his artillery, 6-pounder. He has dragoons and chasseurs cheval defending. He may want to get some more cav. We do have Imperial Guard, chasseurs cheval. These infantry and cav from Austria taking quite the beating here as they advance down this line. Yes. But I think we're going to get our first action over here, where you can see the fight already raging for this house. Line infantry already pushing up here. France did not get to this LOC in time, but he is sending in his carabiniers. Great melee stats. Oh, I apologize. Hold on. This is gonna fix a lot. We're gonna get the right sounds here. So Austria trying to hold this house. We got some line infantry pushing up, pouring in some solid volleys. France trying to form up here as Austria, wow, a house already leveled as well. I think Austria has taken this area too, so this is definitely going to be a raging fight for Aspern. Now, Essling, of course, will be a fight, so it'll be the fight of the 2 towns. I suspect France is trying to outflank Austria as quickly as possible, but Austria is going to advance. They should keep advancing, of course. They need to try to cut off Lannes before Davout gets over there. Now, the Imperial Guard are going to probably push into this town to reinforce Messena. And Davout, I would imagine, is going to have to push over and support Aspern. Austria already in contact as well. France, as you can see, is holding by these walls, holding in the streets. They even have this armory, which they've put some carabiniers in. Do we have someone charging in? We have some grenadiers charging in already, getting a charge bonus, I'd imagine. So melee already starting here. Another LOC has been captured here. So they drove back the Austrians there, and they're going to try to surround the site, maybe envelope is what I said. I can't believe I said that. Envelop this Austrian army before reinforcements push up, because Austria is not being aggressive as they should be. Way over on the other side, Austria is just going full ham here. They have a lot of grenadiers there charging in. They actually aren't doing too hot, though. That's unfortunate for them. They went in with some Gren bayonet charges. They are not doing. They need a gen to keep these guys in the fight here, because France is holding. These guys are tired. They've suffered some casualties. We have some units firing directly point blank in their back with more Grens. Interesting use here. We have some cavalry charging in as well. What do we have here? Like a dragoon unit charging in, trying to back up those grenadiers. Over far side, we have Austria still in a line fight here. They have sunk around the flank, but they, of course, have been pushed back on this side, so they're probably going to try to reform here. Austria, I can't tell if they're going to form up. Davout's going to take the center so they can react. Imperial Guard still pushing over here, and France actually... Wow, France is so far holding. And they've broken some of these units here, so Austria is going to go in once more with more grenadiers. They are trying desperately to break. Huge push here with the Austrian line infantry. They're going to meet in this artillery and infantry position. France is actually starting to break here. They've broken way more of the Austrians, so that's looking pretty good for them thus far. Austria, though, has maybe a beautiful angle here. Of course, they are going right into the artillery fire of the 6-pounder, but they seem to be doing decently well here. We do have line infantry using this fence, maybe try to protect themselves a little bit. I still see just a line over on the other side, or I'm keeping an eye on it. Ooh, a beautiful volley here. These French are getting just isolated here. Maybe they can take a beating enough to where Austria doesn't have anything left. Austria maybe went in too fast. They should have waited for this Austrian army to push up too. Coordinate your attack. Austria looking pretty good over here, though. They have troops on the flank. Oh my goodness. Look at that beautiful flank. This 30E is dropping like flies. And in fact, they have lost some of their line infantry. They do have some light infantry. They're going to have to fall back maybe. They do have a flank, which I think they're working on. Pushing up maybe some grenadiers. Yep, grenadiers behind the line infantry. They are holding in the tree line here. Trying to stop the Austrians from advancing. Austria has, I believe, one army, so Davout should probably be a little more aggressive here. You don't want to leave the French ally out because he's getting encircled, and Austria is doing what honestly they should do, which is fire. Oh my gosh, what happened here? A cav charge here. Dragoons charge again, mass routing an entire line almost of Austrian infantry. And look at this, Austria should be pushing up here. There's nothing here. There's no line infantry yet, and they should constantly be pushing. Don't give them rest. On this side, Austria actually should turn and fire on the side here, because Austria is kind of spread out a little bit here. Some cav charge again. This Austrian attack is looking a little messy, to be totally honest here. It's really messy. Austria not coordinating the greatest. France seems to be holding Essling pretty well. Now, Aspern, on the other hand. Oh my gosh, look at this huge bayonet charge. I'm missing all the charges. I'm coming after it's happened. Grenadiers charging in as line infantry. I think Austria is going to start losing here. Like I said, France needs to get into melee, and they win. On this side, Austria is definitely going to do a little better. They are shooting here. Not the greatest, though. Austria needs to be more aggressive over here. I mean, France is definitely holding their own, and I would say this is going to probably be a French victory. I'm going to say that this early on. Now, I don't watch these ahead of time. I'm sorry, but I feel like I like having the genuine reaction of someone who, you know, hasn't seen it before, gets to see the awesome plays, doesn't know who's going to win. I feel like that's better. Let's see, some infantry going against some Austrian line infantry. We have some reserves pushing up here. Artillery is going to start firing. Austria has pushed back, but they're going to start maybe falling back and regrouping. This town fight is still in the balance. France getting more aggressive, trying to use their melee here. This cav is going against a square. They should fall back and rest them up here. Alright, so we have Cuirassiers getting ready to make some action against the Austrians, who have now pushed up, using this river actually to ford and get behind the French, trying to encircle them in this tail. That's a beautiful strategy. I love it. Push up and try to hit them from two flanks at once. Don't let them close in here. Uh-oh. Do we have a Cuirassier charge here? Potentially. Oh, that's going to be all laggy. Oh, they did form square. Austria still trying to push here. It's looking a little spotty. Davout is, yeah, doing what they should.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Okay, so France does have a small line only here. They are having the Imperial Guard protect this flank. The Guard is guarding the flank. They are in a long line fight, which they will hold their own pretty well, I'd say, with the Austrians. Austria still has plenty of forces here, although they have pushed up and gotten countercharged in the back. Not what you want to see. Imagine if now the Grenadiers are pushing up, you know? They could be getting the French a little more tired and then charging with fresh Grens. They should save their Grens. The Grens went in first, and I think that's going to do them a disservice. They should push up this line of infantry here, because France is not having a whole lot. They would have, if they had infantry, they'd have it right here, but they don't. Plus, they're also shooting their own line infantry in the back. Now we got to bounce back over here. Austria doesn't have anything right here, so they are getting very aggressive here. I think France, they have some fresh troops. They may try to do a bayonet charge here. Oh, let's see this volley. Oh no, they were able to pour in a decent volley on him. Counter charge here. And protect their square. Pushing up more line infantry. France getting very aggressive on this side. Austria could actually lose big. They're getting attacked in the rear. These guys are shaken. They're in melee, losing. That is actually a super important fight for the French. And actually, the French are losing. Rather... Oh, wow. They're having to rush even more reserves up here. They have to save this flank. Yeah, they're charging in some cuirassiers. That's a beautiful strategy there. General helping inspire the men. I think Austria's going to start losing. Can Austria break enough French here, though, to make it worth their while? Over here, Austria is actually losing in this line fight. Their units are so spread out. Davout is able to even push up over here.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest.
France still fighting. And see, oh, they have their grenadiers in the fight, though. Still a fight to be had. We have some more Austrians pouring. I think Austria has almost been beaten in the town, actually. I think this may be it. We have some cav, some chasseurs cheval going in for line infantry. You gotta be careful when you charge down like this, though, because these units will fire directly into your guys, and you don't kill them. France seems to be pushing back, and I think France actually... This isn't going to be a very, very close game. So sorry for those, unless things are changed around. Austria could change this around, and it could turn into a close game. It's still possible, but France is just doing pretty well here, and Austria seems a little divided. They have an Austrian army here, one way over here, one right here. I mean, they're not really conjoined together. They're all scattered, and France seems to be just isolating them. You can see that cav charge was pretty devastating for the chasseurs cheval, and more chasseurs cheval now charging in, and more line infantry from the Imperial Guard. As France has definitely made a huge counterattack out of the town, and I would say this is going to be looking pretty good, as France is pretty healthy still. Your Messena definitely was a little bloodied, but I think they've held. They still have plenty of troops. Davout has some very thick lines, a couple places here. They're definitely holding off this attack, and I think they pushed back the Austrian army. Austria has to maybe fall back, try to do a little more just shooting here. I'll let the French... I mean, there's French on both sides. They don't have enough, I don't think. The coalition does not have enough to really be able to make a push, I don't think, over here anymore. They're going to be defensive for now. The real fight may happen. Oh, none of these guys can form square. They are so royally screwed. These are cuirassiers too. France may lose 3 line of... Davout's going to lose 3 of their line infantry. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful charge by the Austrians, clearing the center. France is making quick work of this Austrian army, though they've mostly routed it. There's one Austrian force way over here, which means Davout's over here too. Okay, and the Imperial Guard. So it wasn't just Messena. Messena actually looks like they lost most of their men. And they're going to get themselves out of there. The Austrian cav. What a glorious, successful charge. Wow. That was a huge loss for Davout. And they have a small scatter area. Actually, it looks like Austria is now utilizing their cav a lot better than they were before. And we may have some Chasseurs Cheval charging in. Let's get this beautiful charge here by, looks like some Chevaliers. Oh yeah, go in, boys. Oh, they broke. What? How did they break? Maybe they got shot right before. I don't know. But you can see actually Davout is reforming here. He doesn't, these guys did come back. Some of them did come back, so they're going to be tired, but they did come back. Austria has lost on this flank, which means France is going to be able to shift their troops to the other side, where in the center, Austria seems to have a decent position. Maybe they have some artillery. Keep in mind, guys, it's only been about 15 to 16 minutes into this replay, and already we've seen some significant loss. Yeah. If I can show you guys how many replays I have, by the way. I have about 18 replays. So I'm going to be trying to get through those, and I'm sure more people are going to be tagging or sending me replays, and keep them coming. I enjoy having way more than having not enough. I wish I could pay someone just to watch them and give me, you know, it's a good replay or it's not. I meant to make a video just to be like, hey, this is what makes a good replay a good replay. A good replay definitely would have to be, you know, one that's close. Definitely a little more close, or just some brilliant strats that just destroyed the enemy team, which still makes a good replay. You know, battles are not always close. And everybody has different opinions, obviously, on them. I like a battle that lasts at least to the 30 to 40 minute mark, at least to there. A longer battle is better, because usually that means that both sides are fighting very well. So for me, so long as the battle is using like hill camping, then it's a good replay. Anyway, I'm digressing because the battles, obviously, we're focusing on this one right now, which Austria actually has showed up with a lot more troops than I thought they had. Wow, they have quite a bit. And these guys are pretty badly bloodied. So Austria is going to advance on two sides. France has this beautiful wall to defend here. I hear a bayonet charge. Or not. They're dropping pretty fast now. Austria should advance here, try to put some pressure on them. Over here, Davout is advancing as well. We have some more cav, possibly. We have some hussars. Are they going to charge? Let's see what we got. Hussars and Chasseurs Cheval. We have a lot of Austrians actually pushing up here. I wonder if this is that Austrian army that got repelled. What troops do they have? They have probably some Landwehr style units here. Yep, we do have a cav charge here. Hussars are charging 2 cav units. They may break one, but they're not going to break both. The rest of the French are relocating here. Uh-oh. I hope these guys don't shoot this Austrian cav. Please don't shoot the Austrian cav. They're shooting their own cav. Oh, come on. Don't do it. It does look epic, though. Oh no, they're going so slow. They're gonna get shot. They're gonna get executed. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. This looks not good. You should never run through. Okay, well, now Francis has to make sure that they do not fire the volley. They need to go to melee because they are technically in melee with the cav. Looks like there was a huge French cav. Austrians did charge both sides. But they're probably gonna execute this cav. But Austria is using that, I think, to keep just shooting them down. They have more cav over here as well. Austria is pressuring here. Really getting in close. They have broken some more of the French. So they're in melee, but look at this. We have a unit right here that's shooting right in the flank of these French. There's some Grens for France over here. They're going to definitely break these Austrians, but you got to watch out for this flank here. These guys are going to fire directly on the flank. We have some cavalry through. France is actually getting smacked by some hussars of Austria, and now they're having to engage their chasseurs cheval. Over here, France, Davout is pushing up. We have more cav engaging. France now bayonet charging out of here. I think this is Messena and the Imperial Guard pushing up. We have Austrians in the back lines. You have to keep an eye on that. Austria has a pretty strong front with the cav engaged. Let's see, who is this? We have some hussars against, looks like some cuirassiers. France is actually getting pressured by this Austrian front, and Austria seems to be actually taking the initiative back here. They have a lot of line infantry. They have artillery pushing up as well. Hopefully they're going to push the cav back, because France probably should try to cope with that if they can. But Austria is even winning over on this side. Oh my goodness, look at this. They are having some wavering. However, Austria is in danger here as France is going with the Imperial Guard. Beautiful melee stats here. And there's no cav of Austria to really defend. So Imperial Guard probably can really start to put a dent in this flank here, pushing out from this town. They just have to push out before France, which still holding beautifully, guys. They have taken more losses than they probably want to, but they're still holding. Austria's still trying to pressure here. We have that massive artillery battery pushing up. I don't know where they're going to put it, but it's probably going to be deadly wherever they do. These guys can't form square.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
And that is a Lancer unit. Oh no. Okay, well whose general died? Oof. Alright, so Austria is getting cleaned up here. They put up quite a fight, I'd say, in the center, so good for them. There's still an Austrian army way over here, which actually is getting engaged by cav. Some chasseurs cheval charged in, maybe broke one of the Austrian units. Austria is going to keep circling over here. We have more carabiniers. But Austria has some squares, so they need to be very careful. And Austria is reformed with their morale here. Yes, line of infantry engaging these cuirassiers. We're going to get a good, beautiful flank with the chasseurs cheval. This heavy cav is definitely going to break now. Some guys facing them, but heavy cav's been a little bit nerfed, just ever so slightly. We have more cav engaging along the flank. Oh no, Davout's flank holding as well as they can against the Austrians on this side. Just a lot of shooting still. There's some troops. They should fall these back so they can get their artillery in play and be able to defend it with line infantry. Can they form square? Nope. Oh, wow. What a beautiful hit by that heavy cav. Now France, Davout, Imperial Guard, and maybe Messena is just going to hold this LOC. I think he's like, my men have died here. I'm going to hold it. Just in case the Austrians come back. This is still, like, the French have definitely held both towns thus far. Although, technically, they have not held the entire town here. They never held the entire town. They've taken most of it, but Austria still holds part of it. So over here, is this the general? They have the Austrian general all here by himself. Why isn't this infantry trying to take him out? Or this cav hopefully will. Because it's a no-brainer. Take him out. Yep, he's gonna. Finally, that Austrian cav has been dealt with. And France, I think, is going to consolidate here along this road. Basically, they're defending this road, both sides here. Have Lannes the Brave bravely holding here. He has some reserves. are these Lancers? They did not get that charge bonus. That was an excellent decision to charge in as a chasseur with the chasseur cheval. That Lancer cav could easily have wrecked those chasseur cheval. Artillery though setting up, so they are probably going to try to go for it and try to destroy this artillery position. I don't know if Austria has anything to defend it. And this could have been a game changer for Austria. They should get their Lancers back to defend the artillery. Can Austria fire a shot? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, they're not going to fire in time. They're okay. Yeah, see, they didn't have cav close by to defend it. That is unfortunate. That's a big rule, guys. You always keep cav and artillery next to each other, always. That's the best way to do this. Now we do have Austria. Man, they're trying to get out of here, but this Messena is sending his heavies, just try to harass these guys. And Austria is getting picked apart here, so they're gonna keep trying to march this way. I mean, maybe they can link up with the rest of this Austrian army. Just a regular line of infantry. Can't say that doesn't look really good. That looks amazing. Alright, who's attacking what? French cav versus Austrian hussars. Whew. And these are really good chasseurs cheval, no kidding. Do we have more cav charging in or line infantry? Oh no, we have, oh, they're going for a squares. They should not have done that. They should have held them back for reserve, because now France has some cav. They're going to ensure these guys break. And it's going to be over for them. Still, they're going to keep fighting on. Trucking on. And I think Davout feels like it's safe enough to engage. They're winning elsewhere quite a bit. This Austrian infantry just totally lost, I think, to this LOC. And yep, France took one in the back. So I'd say this is definitely, like I said before, an Austrian loss, French victory. Just a matter of time. France looks like they are preparing to fight it out with this Austrian line, who is standing and waiting for them to receive their fire. We have some sappers, possibly. Grenadiers, yes. We have Napoleon Bonaparte from the Imperial Gaurd pushing over. That's going to be some crazy good morale. France should try to use this town, sneak around buildings, and then bayonet charge the Austrian line. That is how you're going to win here. So right now, you can see the only fighting happening is right in this area. Austria is still trying to link up here with France. Let's see here. Is this going to be a continual fight? I want to see some French aggression with the bayonets. That's what I would like to see. Oh, is this what? Who is this? Is this the Austrian general? What is he doing? Just taking a stroll over the battlefield. It's like, men, follow me. Oh, this is heavy cav. They may not be able to catch up to the general. Artillery, oh, 6-pounder. This is the Imperial Gaurd artillery piece. They are going to push up here and stick themselves probably right here and then start firing, as Austria is now going to be put into their doom. And they're going to make it one last aggressive play here, I'm sure. This line hasn't done anything. I'm surprised France isn't trying to attack it. Is that general getting in charge finally? Yes, he is, and he's dead. I think that marks the end of the Austrian attack on the left side here by Essling. Aspern's the only place, right? That's Essling. Yeah, Essling was first, and now Aspern is the raging fight. Not sure. Austria shouldn't be waiting here. They should be attacking. That's going to be in their best interest, I think. Unless they have lots of troops here and they want France to just fall into an ambush. Then, you know, you may want to just attack as Austria before France consolidates their troops. We do have some Austrians pushing in behind here. That horse artillery for Messena. 4-pounder along with some line infantry is going to try to ambush or harass them, perhaps, whatever that's called. It'd not be ambush. They are seen. Oh no, they're hidden. These guys aren't. They're gonna push up here, try to hit this flank. Austria is falling back. I don't know why they're falling back so much. They're gonna lose by LOC. They don't have enough. 28 minutes. I would not fall back at this point, but you know, I'm gonna start fast forwarding here. I see a lot more Austrians. Oh, we have some calf in the way back. It's hidden. That may actually be a huge play here. Austria still trying to make it. We may have finally some of the final stages of this engagement with some trilliers of the Imperial Guard pushing over to pour some volleys into the Austrian line here. And Austria's not even replying. Look at this. Oof. Oh, Austria, they're attempting to ambush them as they're marching.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
I told you that Chester Cheval would come in huge. That clutch charge here. They probably just walked up. They didn't even charge. They probably just walked up and killed him. Austria needs to do something here. Their morale is going to be terrible now they lost their general. There's probably not a whole lot else. Do we have a bayonet charge here? Yes, we do. Heavy's going in behind this Austrian line infantry, popping out of that LOC to engage them. And we have a charge in the front as well. Austria's going to start pulling back here. They're definitely being pushed away from this LOC. Austria, oh wow, Austria is actually pushing back. They just routed one of the trilliers, so France is trying to get really aggressive with their elites, but it is not doing as well for them. Yeah, they broke them. They can start turning around the flank. Listen, they should be doing bayonet charges on the flank of Austria, not sitting there firing. You shouldn't fire too much as France. You should melee. It's your best quality. Quite literally, as you see here. I mean, those guys did get broken, but you know, so did Austria. These guys are actually pretty small unit size, and Austria has their general nearby, so they're able to hold a little better in this town. But once you get in a melee with them, I think you know how it's going to end. Austrians can probably just hold this river, hold these choke points, and wait for the timer to run out so they can, you know, lose by LOC, I guess. Which would be the realistic thing. France is pounding away at this Austrian line. I mean, look at these guys. They're about to rout. Just one more unit routes here, and it's going to start chain routing. Here we go. It's chain route here. This is the chain route. And these two are going to rout. They will run. There it is. Alright, so Austria is gone. It is just one or two Austrian armies technically over here, and France is already starting to work on charging them in the back lines here, breaking a lot more of these Carabiniers of Lannes. They're exhausted, so they may not actually do too much work. But France has some troops over here, some Grenadiers. They can start pushing them over. They're fresh, so they should start pushing them over to chip away at the rear of the Austrian line here. Looks like this river actually crossing, maybe something France can exploit. A lot of their artillery is pushing up. They're going to have a huge flank by the French pushing up as well. And this definitely was not a washout, I would say. Not a washout
We have
by
taken
any
a building,
means. France did not... they did win a little more decisively in Aspern, or in Essling, sorry, but not in Aspern. It's been a raging fight probably the entire match. These three troops that are retreating have made their final stand here. France forming up on the other side of the river. Probably doesn't want to cross. They're just going to try to get basically superior firepower here. They don't have a lot of cav either. They could put all their artillery right here and then just fire into the Austrian line. Or have them fire this direction. Push
This building has fallen to the enemy.
Oh, they did take it. I think France is going to start pushing across here. Got some boggy terrain. And that's an encouraging sight to see, standing waiting for you when you go across the river. Just have your artillery focus on this group and then just volley them. With the reserves of Davout pushing up in the Imperial Gaurd with those grenadiers, they definitely could have a strong melee case now to bring to the Austrian line. And I think they're probably going to do that here. They have all their... Oh, here we go. First possible bayonet charge here. Or not, maybe. Got a flank here. Hopefully the French are going to push up to protect this flank of these 3E. Yep, we have more troops here, some grenadiers. Austria is getting surrounded rather quickly here.
Our men are running, sir.
Here we go. And now with the flank opened, they're going to push up in multiple areas. The Grenadiers charging. Austrians are going to have only a couple units here. And like I said, they have a couple that are driven back by their artillery. At this point, just stand and fight. The battle's lost. More Grenadiers everywhere now. The general is trying to hold his men together, done as well as he can, but it's over. We have some more Austrians trying to hold this choke point while their infantry on this side try to hold. These guys are going to their death. Some Braves. Oh, wow. That artillery got a deadly shot and broke them instantly almost. I'm going to fast forward here at this point because it's been going with 38 minutes. I'd consider this a good replay. Yeah, it's a good replay. I mean, the French definitely took the field. But I don't know there's a whole lot of Austrians left. Oh, no, that was it. So I believe was it Imperial Gaurd? I think it was Travis that set this in. It was Philippe or Travis. I don't remember which one it was. So whoever it was, thank you so much. Really enjoyed it, actually. I do love the Essling Aspern map. I like to see the big old fight between... I like seeing a big old fight between the buildings. Like, you know, everybody's out here. Usually it's a fight for the towns. Obviously the LSCs. So if you like town fights, try this map. You'll love it. But that's about it for me today, guys. Like I said, more to come throughout the week. I'll get through some of these replays that you guys have sent in. Thank you for your patience and understanding. And that's about it for me today, guys. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe and I'll catch you all in another video.